Begin lying down on your back today. Feet on the floor, arms in goalpost position. So just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button on this video, and also your support goes a long way and helps us going. So if you've been watching the videos and you're in a position to give, you can donate on the main page of the site, Yoga with Tim, on the YouTube site. Also, check out my website for retreats, upcoming events. I have a retreat in Nicaragua coming up this summer in August, so you can find all that there on timsonesi.com. All right, so let's get into the practice. As you've been lying here, letting the shoulders open up, we're going to start moving with the breath. So on the inhalation, arch your lower back, stretch the front hip bones away from you, and tuck the chin into the chest. Then exhale, do the opposite. Flatten low back, chin away from the chest. Then come into neutral pelvis, neutral neck, stretch the arms straight up to the ceiling, and slowly start to reach the arms back overhead. But now try not to let the lower back lift or the neck lift. So keep the neck, low back long, and keep the back ribs down onto the mat. See how far your arms can stretch. So if you have tight shoulders like me, then your hands won't touch the floor without letting the rib cage lift way up. So I want you to work on holding the rib cage in position as the arms stretch without restricting the breath. Then raise the arms back up, bring the arms to your side. Bring one leg into tabletop position, try not to twist the pelvis. And then bring the other leg up into tabletop position as well. Keep your hip bones even, stretch the right leg forward, and lower it down just a few inches above the mat. Slowly bring the leg back up, stretch the left leg forward, lower it down just a few inches above the mat. Try not to let the neck or the low back lift. Keep the neck, low back long. Slowly change legs, right leg goes forward. Bring the leg back up, stretch the left leg forward. Try not to let the shoulders lift, so keep the collarbones broad. Now bring the knees together, take the arms straight up. As the right leg goes forward, reach the left arm back. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, change sides. Keep your navel in as you reach. Come back up. Exhale, change sides. Come back up. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, 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 back up. Exhale, change sides. Come back up. Then bring the knees together, fingers behind your ears. As you exhale, curl up towards your knees. Pull the front ribs in and down. Exhale, lower back down. Exhale, pull up. Chin in towards the chest, navel in. Inhale, lower back down. Now exhale, lift and twist to your right knee. Hold there, stretch the left leg forward without letting the hips twist. Try not to let the belly lift. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. The sacrum stays even on the mat as you go. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Try to keep the neck long, collarbones broad to the right. Now stretch the right leg straight up. Reach the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Inhale, knees together, back to center. Exhale, change sides. Left leg straight up, right hand to the outside. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Straighten the knees as best you can. Inhale back to center. Now hold, stretch the legs straight up. Now lower both legs a third of the way. Don't let your belly lift, low abs in. Lower another third of the way, then bring the legs straight back up. Now lower the head down, keep the legs up, lower the legs a third of the way, another third of the way, maybe 2 more inches, straight back up. Lower the legs a third of the way, another third of the way, hold the belly in, straight back up. Slowly lower both legs a third of the way, another third of the way, a few more inches, straight back up, then hug the knees into the chest. Set the feet on the floor, open up the arms, take the feet mat width apart, and then let the knees fall over to the right. Bring the knees back to center. Let the knees fall over to the left. Bring the knees back to center. Now roll over to your right side. Press yourself up. Come onto the hands and the knees. Place the hands right underneath the shoulders. Place the knees underneath the hips. Press the hands down firmly and evenly. Firm the triceps without locking the elbows. Then stretch the left leg into plank. Try not to let the hips twist. Keep the spine long like when you're on the floor. Right leg comes back too. So as you hold here in your plank, work on pressing the toe mounds down. Spin the inner thighs up. Then lengthen your tail to your heels and draw your navel up. Without sinking or twisting, just bring your right knee to right elbow. Back. Bring the left knee to the left elbow. Stretch it back. Right knee to right elbow. Reach it back. Left knee to left elbow. Reach it back. Exhale the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale it back. Exhale, change sides. Inhale back. Exhale, right knee to left chest. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee to right chest. Inhale it back. Exhale, right knee to left chest. Inhale back. Exhale, left knee to right chest. Inhale back. Exhale to the left. Exhale to the right. Exhale. Now just right knee up to your chest, right chest. Left knee up to left chest. Right knee up to right chest. Left knee up to left chest. Don't sink in your middle. Don't grip the neck. Jaw relaxed. Keep going. A few more rounds. Try not to sink into the wrist. Keep pressing the hands even. Good. Now set the knees down. Sit back into child's pose. And so breathe length up and down the spine. Let yourself come back to an even breath in and out through the nose. All right, then come into downward facing dog. The hands press evenly. Look at your hands. They should be shoulder width apart. Feet are hip width apart. Turn the outer upper arms down towards the floor so you feel space across the blades, across the back of the neck. Then firm the triceps just like you're practicing in plank without locking the elbows in. Inhale, come back into plank pose. Hold in the plank. Good, then set the knees down, lower slowly all the way to your belly. Adjust the hands for modified low cobra. So turn the fingers back and the thumbs out. Press the tops of the feet, lift the inner knees. So as you're holding this pose, work on stretching the elbows back towards your pinky toes. As the inner knees lift, just like in plank, lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, draw the low abs in and up, and now start to stretch your chest forward more. See how long you can get. Now without the elbows splaying out, turn the hands forward. Keep the elbows hugged in. Then lower yourself back down. Take a breath. Come back up, low cobra. Keep the belly lifting. Now lift the right leg up just an inch, but don't sink in your middle. Then change legs, left leg up. Then both legs up, stretch the arms straight back behind you and hold here. Turn the outer arms in. Spread wide across the collarbone, stretch longer, reach to the big toes. Now plant the hands at your side. Press the tops of the feet, roll into upward facing dog. Turn the outer shoulders back, roll your chest through. Stretch back, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold here, breathe through the nose. Stretch the backs of the legs. Now walk your feet up to the front of the mat. Fold forward to Uttanasana. If the hamstrings are tight, put a little bend in the backs of the knees. Then bring the hands to the hips. Press down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. So when you stand for your first Tadasana, balance the weight of the body over the front of the ankle. It's like the high point of the arch of your foot. That's where you want to try to balance for Tadasana. So we say stack the whole body up over the ankles, but really see if you can lean and balance over that high point of the arch. Then stretch the arms straight down at your side. Actually, let's bring the hands to the top thighs. Move the top thigh bones back, but then lengthen the tailbone and draw the navel in. Spread across your lower back. Inhale into the back ribs. And as the back ribs spread, feel your belly draw in. Raise the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Step the left leg back into a lunge, lower the knee. Inhale the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, bring the hands back down. Curl back toes under, lift back knee up. Squeeze the right hip in. Step back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Raise the arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, Ardha. Step the right leg back, lower the back knee. Inhale, low lunge. Keep the left hip hugged in as you raise the arms up. Bring the hands back down, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee up. Step back, downward facing dog. Look in between the hands, bend the knees, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, come all the way up, raise the arms up and overhead. Exhale the arms to your side, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step the left leg back into a lunge, lower the left knee, inhale the arms up. Bring the hands back down, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee up. Now this time straighten the right leg. So press into the inner right foot. Instead of trying to push the knee back, think of pulling from the inner knee up into the hip socket. Then rebend the knee, step back to downward facing dog. Look in between the hands, jump or step forward. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale the arms back to your side. Other side, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step the right leg back, lower the knee. Inhale into low lunge, raise the arms up. Exhale the hands back to the mat, curl the back toes under and lift the back knee up. This time straighten the left leg. So as you push down into the inner left foot, pretend like you're trying to pull the inner thigh bone up into the hip socket higher. So you're like lifting up through the leg instead of pushing the knee back. Then rebend your knee, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Bend knees, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Press down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, hands to your side, Samasthiti. Sun Salute B. Inhale into chair pose, bend the knees and sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back, plank pose. Lower slowly, Chaturanga. Lift straight back up to plank. Press back to downward facing dog. Step the right foot up to the right thumb. Inhale, crescent. Inhale, come up. Raise the arms. So we're doing a little modified B today. Keep the right hip hugged in. Put the hands down. Step back, plank. Lower slowly, Chaturanga. Press straight back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot. Hug the left hip in. Inhale the arms up. Crescent. Bring the hands back down. Step back. Plank pose. Press back to down dog. So you're welcome to add as many Chaturangas as you like in between the steppings for crescent. As you hold in down dog, draw the thigh bones back as far as you can. Try to get a long line in your spine. Bend knees, jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press to stand. Inhale into chair pose. Bend the knees, sit back. Then come all the way up. Again, inhale, chair pose. Bend knees, sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back, plank pose. Lower to chaturanga. Press straight back up. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot for crescent. Hug the hip in. Inhale, come up. Lift your belly. Bring your hands back to the mat. Step back, plank. Option to chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot, crescent. Inhale, come up. Push down through the right big toe mound. Hug the left hip in. Reach up through the side chest. Bring the hands down. Step back, plank. Option to go to chaturanga or just press straight back to dog. Breathe steady in and out through the nose. Then shift in the plank pose. Roll into the outer edge of your right foot. Take your left arm up. Side plank, Vashisthasana. So as you hold your side plank, roll your left outer hip forward up on top of your right. Then try to recreate Tadasana alignment. So push through the heels, line up the body with the ankles. Come back to plank pose. Go right to the other side. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot. Raise the right arm. Again, press through the heels. Bring the ears back into alignment with the ankles. Slowly come back to plank. Press back to down dog. Bend knees, jump or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose. Bend the knees and sit back. Come up to stand, Tadasana. All right, now step the left foot back. Nice wide stance, preparation for standing poses. Turn the left foot in slightly. Turn the right leg all the way out. Then bend the right knee towards 90 degrees. So your back foot's a little pigeon-toed. The heel is grounded, especially the outer heel. Then lift up the lower belly. Lift your chest. And see if you can start to lunge deeper into the front of your right heel without your right knee caving in and without sinking in your middle. Now place the right hand on the outside of the right heel on the block or on the floor. If you don't have the block, you could just hold your ankle like I'm doing. Then reach the left arm all the way overhead. Keep stretching through the back heel. Lengthen both sides of the spine evenly. Then take the left arm back up, come back to warrior two, straighten the leg, pivot the right foot in, then turn the right leg in, left leg all the way out. Press the back heel, bend the left knee. So even though you're turning your left knee open to point out over your second toe, turn your chest to point straight ahead. Then take the gaze over the left middle finger. Hold here and breathe steady. See if you can lunge a little bit deeper without sinking in your middle, without letting the chest collapse. Now reach and put the left hand on the outside of the foot, on the block or on the floor. Or you can grab the ankle like I'm doing since I forgot my block today. Squeeze your left hip into the midline, and as you drive through your back heel, see if you can get the left side body just as long as the right. So try not to collapse in the left side. Stretch past the fingertips. Observe your breath. Observe if you're clenching in the jaw or the tongue at all, restricting the breath. See if you can keep open through there. Take the right arm back up, come back to warrior two. Then straighten the left leg, pivot the left foot in. Step back to the top of the mat, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step it back, left leg into a lunge. Right hip stays in. Inhale, come up for crescent again. Raise the arms up. Now sink a bit deeper into your lunge. Drop the arms to the side. Lean the chest out over your knee. Without the hips twisting open to the left, step up to balance on your right leg. So try to keep the hips level to the floor as you lift the left leg up from the inner thigh. Shoulder blades are on your back. I've turned the thumbs out to help rotate the upper arms. Keep pressing down evenly into the right foot. Now lower the left fingertips down to the floor or to a block. Turn the chest. Keep lengthening straight out, then take the right arm up. So the length is more important than how much you twist. So if you notice yourself rounding your back at all, I recommend coming up onto a block. As you inhale, lengthen from your back inner heel all the way out through the crown. And as you exhale, turn the navel, turn the ribs, chest. Lower your hand down. Lift the left leg up high from the inner thigh. Then lower your left leg to meet your right. Bring the hands to the hips, press down through the feet, come back up to stand. Tadasana. Hug the right knee up to the chest, left hand on your hip. Stay there hugging the knee up, or you can take your big toe and stretch the big toe out in front of you. Draw the inner left thigh back. Now draw the navel up, lift your chest. Stay here. Actually, change hands and twist. So now bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Stretch your right arm behind you. Try to keep the hips facing straight ahead, just like you practiced when you stepped up to balance, without twisting the hips. See if you can turn from above your navel. Then look forward, raise the arms up. Stretch the legs straight out in front of you. Lower the right leg. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step the right leg back into a lunge. Hug the left hip in. Come on up, crescent. Raise the arms up. Then drop the arms to the side. Lean your chest out over your knee. Keeping the hips level, left hip in, step up to balance on the left leg. Then lower the right fingertips. Turn the chest. Take the left arm up once you're steady. Now remember, the length is more important than how much you're twisting. So drive through the back heel, straighten the back leg to the best of your ability, and lengthen your spine straight out through the midline. Then lower the hand back down, take the right leg up from the inner thigh. Lower your right leg to meet your left, fold forward. Then bring the hands to the hips, press into the feet, come up to stand. Bring the left knee up to the chest. Then take the big toe, right hand on your hip. See how straight you can make your leg. As you're reaching your big toe out in front of you, try not to hunch over. Stand up tall like your back's up against the wall. If it's too much to try to take the big toe forward, just work on hugging your knee up and standing tall. Observe your breath. Okay, now let's go back to a bent knee. With the left knee bent, put the right hand to the outside of the knee. Turn your chest and take your left arm back. Work on finding Tadasana alignment. What does that mean? That means the hip should stack over the ankle, shoulders over the hips, ears over the shoulders. Pull up as you twist, then look forward. Take the arms up, take the left leg straight out in front of you. Lower the left leg to meet the right. Drop the arms to the side. Tadasana. Good. Now sit back into chair pose. Oh, actually, let's do a little squat challenge. So take the feet outer hips distance apart, turn the toes out slightly, and start to squat down. So see how far your butt can go down without the outer heels lifting. Keep the outer heels pressing firmly into the mat. All right, now wiggle your feet in towards each other. Hook your knees into your outer upper arms. Hands are shoulder distance apart. See if you can lean into your arms. So the elbows are bent, kind of like in chaturanga. As you squeeze the knees in, pull up in your belly. Try not to let your shoulders shrug up around your ears. Squeeze with the legs, pull the heels closer to the buttock. Good, then lower the toes down, straighten the legs, step back, downward facing dog. All right, now from down dog, come onto your forearms, forearm plank. Roll to the outer edge of the right foot, take the left arm up, side plank on your right forearm. Come back to plank pose, go to the outer edge of the left foot, take the right arm up. Come back to plank. Hold here. Legs strong. Engage your core. Without twisting, just lift the left foot up an inch. Don't sink in your middle. Then change legs. Lift the right foot up just an inch. Good. Then set the knees down. Sit back into child's pose. All right, now come down to lie onto your belly. Stretch your arms back at your side. Broaden the backs of the legs, especially near the attachment up to the buttock. So keep that, then see if you can lift the legs up with the knees straight, just up an inch. And now engage the backs of the legs without narrowing near the butt crease. Lift the chest, stretch the chest forward, turn the outer upper arms, and reach back. All right, now keep that activity through the back body. Plant the hands at your side. Elbows are in. Collarbones are broad. Start to roll into up dog again. Inner knees lift up. Tailbone lengthens to the heels, the belly draws up. Again, pay attention to the backs of the thighs. Are they narrowing in right near the butt crease? At the top of the thigh, keep the top of the thigh broad as you lift your belly, roll the chest forward and up. All right, then stretch back, downward facing dog. So what the heck do I mean by butt crease? I'm talking about the part of your thigh that meets right at the bottom of the buttock. All right, so from down dog, jump to seated, and lie down onto your back. Press the heels down, lift your hips up. So again, as you press the heels, broaden the backs of the thighs, but then engage the legs without the backs of the thighs turning in. You can also observe from the groins. If the groins harden up, you aren't engaging the legs and buttocks properly. Lower yourself back down, take a breath. Again, lift back up, press the heels, come on up. Roll up onto the top shoulders, so turn the outer upper arms, coil the upper spine in. So it's really just an instruction to encourage a neutral position of the thigh bone. If your thigh bone starts to turn out, it's not going to be so good for your back bending. So see if you can hold a neutral thigh, engage the backs of the legs. Lower yourself back down, hug the knees in, rock yourself up. All right, now put the hands a foot behind you. Same work in the legs, but just different position for the arms. Lift the hips up, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Now as you work your legs, make sure you're working them consciously. Keep the backs of the thighs broad as you squeeze the legs and the glutes. Lengthen the tailbone towards the backs of your knees. Draw your navel in and up. Roll the shoulders, lift the chest. Don't let your butt hang. Come on, squeeze your butt, lift. All right, now lower your butt back down. Hug your knees in. Then take happy baby. Reach onto the insides of the knees. Grab a hold of the outsides of your feet. Just breathe into the hips, let them open. Now cross your right ankle just above your left knee. Bring your hands to the back of the left leg or the left shin. If you feel like it's too much pressure on your knee to hold your shin, just hold the back of the thigh. Now drive through your right foot like it's pushing into a wall. Release the top of the right thigh down and away from you. Let the collarbones broaden. All right, then release that leg, set the left foot down. Open up the arms, just let the legs fall over to the left. Bring the legs back to center. Change the cross. Take the left ankle over the right knee. Hug the right knee into your chest. Then set the right foot down on the floor. Take the arms out wide. Let the legs fall over to the right. But try to keep the left shoulder heavy, grounded. Pretend like you could direct the breath down below the navel. As you direct your breath further down, let the hip open. Let the spine lengthen out. Then bring the knees back to center. Hug the knees into the chest. Stretch the legs out along the floor one at a time for Shavasana, corpse pose. So adjust your legs so the feet are slightly wider than hip distance apart. Take the arms about a foot out to the side. Palms turn to face up. So this is the most important part of your practice. Make sure you don't skimp on this. Give yourself about 5 minutes here to let go. Final meditation, Shavasana. As much as you can, let the body drop into the mat. Let go. Thanks for watching. Namaste.